Okay, I wanted to talk a little bit today about the biggest flaw that I see in most product management thinking. Fundamentally, when we make decisions as product managers, what we're really looking to do is we're trying to understand, is this the bet that I want to make right now? Is this the right bet for the moment? And what I want to suggest to you is that most of the time when we are looking at this, what we're trying to do is actually assess the correct opportunity cost that we can use as a baseline to make our decision. And the flaw we have in our thinking is that at the end of the day, the opportunity cost is actually not doing nothing. And it's also probably not building the next best thing on the roadmap. The actual opportunity cost is building something in the wrong direction. And I want to kind of get into why. At the end of the day, you should stop thinking of your releases as dot points on a graph. They're not like individual moments in time where you like scribble in the line and then you're done, right? Like, no. Your releases are more like train tracks. They're going in a particular direction. You're laying the tracks in that direction. And by the way, you should expect that your developers will have to continue to build in that direction because if it's at all successful, there's going to be company momentum behind it. There's going to be an expectation of support behind it. There's going to be sustainment costs, what we call keeping the lights on or KTLO. All of that is going to be built into the cost of your one little dot point launch. The thing that you're proud to send out on a Thursday, don't release on Fridays, and say, hey, we got it done. You just have to be sure you're going in the right direction. And I think that's something that we really miss. We talk a lot about how you scope an MVP launch, but we talk a lot less about how you actually decide on whether you're going in the right direction. And just to give you some context, I actually asked ChatGPT what is the approximate average cost of a team of software developers and a product manager, and I don't believe the answer, but the answer it gave me was about $650,000 a year. And when you're looking at that kind of cost and you're a CEO, what you're worried about is that this team is going to do nothing. That this team is sitting there and you're spending thousands of dollars a week and you're just not getting value. And so that's why oftentimes you have leaders who will tell you that what they really want to do is make sure that the pipeline is packed, right? Like that every spare minute of your developer's time is used for this or that or the other thing. And I will tell you, if you over optimize for that last 5 or 10% of time, you're not getting a lot out of it because one, your developers are going to be inherently overloaded and work is inherently hard to estimate in software engineering. And two, you're missing the forest for the trees because the biggest cost for you is not the developers taking a minute to breathe. The biggest cost is building in the wrong direction and your PM aiming you the wrong way. And we just don't talk about that. And I think we need to. Because if you don't understand how to look at a market, look at the competitive landscape, look at your product, look at the feature set, look at your company position, your talent base, and then say this is the correct direction to go in, and then walk back into what is the correct piece of software, it's going to be hard, right? Like you're going to be sort of randomly producing releases and hoping they add up to something. And that is what I see in a lot of roadmaps is it's kind of this like sprinkle salt and pepper on the counter approach where you just sort of sprinkle releases out there and that you hope they add up to something, but it's not how you cook a dish. It's also not how you do product management. It's not how you release in a strategy that actually gets you somewhere. So remember to think about what you're aiming for and remember to reflect on the actual opportunity cost of going in the wrong direction when you make your assessments in product. All right, there you go. That's my tip for the day.